Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Hey,
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
hi Randolph.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called...
As a writer,
Zing.
when I'm working on a
Some
story,
articles I found about him
I
making out to
do
be a
like
big
a
fighter,
bit
but I
of
ran
a
searches, couldn't find
guiding
single thing he
structure
wrote.
for
Zane
it.
was
I
heavily
mean,
into
there
dynamite,
are
so
obviously
much so that the
very
rights to it
different
called
story
Diary Isle.
structures
But the
out there.
volcano
You know,
under the lake
your
erupted in
basic
1970,
three-act
and
structure,
Zane went down with the
hero's journey, and all. And I kind of use some of these as a reminder to myself that whenever I kind of run into a problem in the story, then I glance back at these structures if there is any help to be offered.
A little Sam like commentary. Wow. I kind of feel like there was a page around. It was actually.
Just follow me. It's not far.
Oh. Yeah, that's not
Listen,
really
I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
okay. We can't go into any of the.
Oh, give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
Okay, sorry, Randall. My cat saying hi.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had
Oh.
fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that.
Oh,
We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
coffee thermo. And what was about that boat? Look at this. What is this? The hot dogs? Yes, Randolph, which one? Actually.
gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure,
Oh.
Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark.
Scratching hag.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know Barbara Jagger was from place, but was from Bright Falls. I thought she came here with Thomas. Not that it matters actually, that it changes anything, I guess. But still, I didn't. Okay, I just searching for nothing, just one coffee thermos that was right in front of us. This actually, yes, it is. Yes, and there's a coffee thermos up inside.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
What is the... Oh, is it? How? Shadow of... Ellen's. Can't quite read the name. Very important. Okay. Let's go find
Rose
Barry.
took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours
Oh, poor
left to meet
Barry.
the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice
Aw,
day.
poor. I really bad
Come
for
back
her.
soon.
Barry.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
So what? We're just gonna leave him?
Right. Observe one.
My
Ah,
gun and
Paige.
Still
flashlight
talking
were
about
gone.
the
Oh.
I have to find a
structure
way to get
for
Barry
the
into car
story.
as quickly as
For
possible.
Alan
There was no
Wake,
time to
more than
waste.
anything, like as this guiding structure, I had 5 stages of grief in my mind, and that comes to the idea of this being a psychological thriller, and a lot of this is about how our hero Alan Wake sees the situation. I mean, we have these crazy supernatural things starting to happen, and so we start from denial, and he can't really accept it, and then we go through these steps of anger and bargaining, and ultimately accepting and embracing this madness. And because it's psychological, we have this open question: is this supernatural, and is he going mad and embracing the madness?
I didn't really catch this about the stages of. Where did we come from? Here? Oh, another radio. Why can't I?
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
Who is this Walt Snyder? Remember?
You know, argument with Danny? You know, Danny, and, did I get in trouble with the law?
Ah, it's the guy that we helped out in the police station. Lights on for him.
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's, you know, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt.
But I want to go.
Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure you walk away?
I I'm a bit lost. Ah, I think that's over. Where's Barry at this point? At this moment, we left him in the trailer. Basically, Alan was like, ah, he's too heavy to carry. He's still sleeping. Let's just go. So yeah, that's where he is. Oh my god, this black I really don't know why it happened. Search these places before the radio and the...
Get it now.
What?
God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane! What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Okay,
I
here we
hated to
go
leave
again.
Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Can't even run for decent amount of time. Runs for like 10 meters and then he's like, not anymore. I don't know if it's possible for us to get caught here. Do I really need to hide or what? But no, I'm not hiding it. Whoa, whoa, yes it did.
There he goes!
Shot me.
Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I really should have hide. Too late. I didn't know it was possible to get hold here.
The kidnapper.
Okay. So we have to stick to the shadows from the side like this, I guess. Alan, you're literally running for life. Is this the best you can do? Okay, so that's the bridge that we need to go under. Do I need to wait for him? Is he going to? Doesn't look like. Guess we need past. Oh no! Not me again!
Oh, damn.
Oh, they lost me? No. Oh, they lost me. Oh, there's a page.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Archive. But it's getting hazy, so we're close to the darkness. Dark presence.
My deputies tell me you fired at Wake and he didn't have a gun. You almost hit a civilian instead. Over.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
I like Sarah.
You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
The flashlight and the gun. I guess we need to go back to the car and ride the other way. Also, I feel like car. I guess it's better. The other day I was going through the VOD and at some point there was literally nothing visible. Brightness, fine. There. Still looking for. They find me again? What happened? I want to go down there. If I jump
This
there,
horror
I'll
was
die.
everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Their car.
Sheriff Breaker, this is Agent Nightingale. I've lost contact with most of the men you assigned to me. It's Wake's doing.
What?
Seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Okay, Sarah, thank you. Thank you for defending me, but you didn't have to go that far. Oh, it was so good though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me. I think they're gonna crash it. Oh. The bird. Ooh. Oh, I can. Oh. Wait, no. What am I looking? What am I supposed? Are we just veins of helicopter?
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
That's where, I guess. Oh, got an achievement.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything.
Aw, Barry.
Come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Aw, Barry. You shouldn't have left him alone. Where was the little... I guess...
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Anything over here?
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Lights. Thermosphere. Oh. Okay, now we need light up.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
But we just fixed it. He came in. Back at it then. Back at the light. Okay. Take this. A gun. Don't have anything. Not even a flashlight. convenient that there are lights. Oh, it's a. Gun. Of those weird shadows. Now we just. Oh, another.
It took me a moment.
So Alan Wake is a psychological thriller, and we are on this journey into Alan Wake's mind. And if we think about psycho thrillers, you know, there is always that question on is this true? Is this really happening, or is this part of the madness? And if it's madness, is nothing true. But obviously we are on this journey together with Wake, and he becomes to believe in it. And so must we, because otherwise the things that we are fighting for are not really there.
What is a flashbang? I just picked up a few. Yeah, I guess we need to run because I only have 3. Oh, light, some light. Okay.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay.
Oh, there's this manuscript. Oh, of course. Oh, another achievement. Let's not run until we absolutely have to. Can't run that. Okay. Like it's not a good day for dodging. Ah. Another police car. Get a gun. Flashbang. Hey, I said drop one. Oh, I have to. Ah. Already lost. Okay. Then we're there. I didn't know you were still. Did I not just? There you go. There.
I
A
hope
big
May can
theme,
lend me a car to get
obviously,
to the coal mine.
in this thriller is fiction coming true, and a lot of effort from our part writing this was to think about what does that mean and what are the limits. Obviously, if we would have given Alan Wake godlike powers to just change reality on a whim, there would not have been much stakes in this.
Sense. Wait, I thought yes, I was right. Buffy there. Go inside. Bright Falls Radio. Night Owl, the voice of Pat Main, all night, every night. Here, no.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest.
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs.
Changing
it was
reality
ridiculous.
with
That's what you
his
get for
writing
reading a book, The Sudden Stop.
has to be
It
a
was probably
struggle.
good I hadn't had the chance to tell
It's
Maine where I
hard
was going.
for
I'd
him.
have to lose the cops
As
and find my own way
writing
into
a
mine.
good story is hard for us. So there is this metaphor going on in this. And essentially what he can do is he can take existing elements and nudge them and tweak them. And in a similar way, I feel that story needs to feel true for it to be a good story.
Oh my god, I don't have anything. Oh. Why didn't you pick it up? Okay. Now we got a gun. Finally. I don't have that many bullets though, so have to. Let me reload. Oh, did you see that? That was cool. Like, when I was killing one of the Taken, I heard a little rustling to the right, and Alan looked that way, so I knew there was someone there.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Darkness. All in light you can hurt. Ah! And oh no. Oh my god. Oh. Whoa, 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 how many? Was there not some light over here? Okay, I'm gonna die here again. Did I not turn this light on? Oh, it turned. Okay, that made it much easier. Page there. Lucky that they glow actually, otherwise it... Okay, now that we have pages down.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. For decades, The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation. Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear. Rose didn't know how the strange... Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror. The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
That's all. Where? Wait, we can... Alan, try a little. Okay. Are you kidding? All that for nothing. Coffee there. And some enemies, judging by page.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Oh, there.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your
What?
eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Anyway, to be honest, weird interact.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again. I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Ah, a chest. Got me scared a little bit, running at me like that. Out of... That didn't even... Okay.
So in the game, through these in-game television inserts, we learn about Alan Wake's writing process, how he was trapped in the study of Bertlek Capin and how he wrote the manuscript. And we learn that he becomes aware of the Dark Presence's plan and how he starts to hide in keys for his success into the story. I mean, hiding his truth and his escape, his ultimate victory into the story. And there is an interesting metaphor there about writing process in general.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Ouch. Almost. Oh, wow. What was that? Can I dodge
in
them?
The game, through these in-game television inserts,
Oh, we even get
learn
back
about Alan Wake's
Stamlex's
writing
commentary.
process, how
Back.
he was trapped in the study of Bertlek Capin and how he wrote the manuscript. And we learn that he becomes aware of the Dark Presence's plan and how he starts to hide in keys for his success into the story. I mean, hiding his truth and his escape, his ultimate victory into the story. And there is an interesting metaphor there about writing process in general.
Wait. What? Am I not supposed to be? Oh, I'm supposed to use flare. Yes, this part is off.
So in the game, through these in-game television
That's why I said we're
inserts,
getting to
we learn about Alan Wake's writing process.
follow.
How he was
That's
trapped
why I
in
said we're
the
getting
study of
worst
Bertlek
part of the
Capin
game.
and
I
how
hate
he
this
wrote
part.
the manuscript. And we learn that he becomes aware of the Dark Presence's plan and how he starts to hide in keys for his success into the story.
Also,
I
a
mean,
fun
hiding
fact.
his truth
these
and his escape,
objects that
his
that
ultimate
dark presence
victory,
is possessing
into the
and
story.
throwing at us.
And there is an interesting metaphor
You know where they come from.
there about writing process in
When they made the game, when it was all done and finished and all, they went back at the game, I guess when they were giving it to for beta test and all. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Okay. So they were beta testing the game, and they found out that some objects in game have this weird vibration that they can't really debug. So they couldn't do anything about it. Instead, they went back and recoded the game so that they are possessed by the dark presence and that they follow Alan. So they made it a type of enemy. That's kind of cool.
I mean, hiding his truth and his escape, his ultimate victory.
Okay, so I guess it's there at the
There is an
corner.
interesting metaphor there.
Let's try
about
to.
writing process in general.
Okay. Please don't kill me. I guess we're
As a teenager, just starting to get
Go hard
interested
this
in
one.
writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer. I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Yeah, of course. Down there. Coffee thermos. By the way, I don't know how many episodes there are, but I was checking. That's it. 12 of these hand pyramids that we need to find means there's probably chapters there are, episodes there are, but I guess there's like one in each episode. If that's the case, we're so far on a good track. Wait, I don't have any more. Oh, I was trying to use the flare. I didn't have any. Had a flare gun. Caught me by surprise. Ah, another one.
Alan Wake hiding keys for his escape and his success into the manuscript story is a metaphor, or the writer who is writing story for entertainment with many needs coming in. We are hiding art into our stories, and this is kind of a nugget of wisdom from my drama teacher.
Ooh, another TV. Rings.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least what would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
Creepy. Radio. Jump on top of.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
What? Why did they take damage? Oh, of course. Oh. Oh no! Ah! Ouch. Okay, what if it there? I don't. Ouch. Why? Okay, maybe I go up there. Vehicle. Ah, we had to wait for. I wasn't unexpected.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
So I've been asked a few times, like, how much is Alan Wake, Sam Lake as a writer? And
oh yes, this.
My answer is
without realizing it.
Not really at all. But there is a certain kind of a truth to the idea that there are, of course, we always draw from our own experience. And I think that surprisingly, a few of the Remedy games in some way are metaphors and commentaries on video game development.
That means. Yeah, I feel take me days if I want to stop search everywhere like this. Ouch, ouch. Oh. Artist. Search this. Oh, we can change cars. Okay. Okay. Wait. I'm too lazy to go check up. There wasn't. Ow! Ow! Happened. Get over it. Alright, get. Radio.
This is Pat Maine, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Hey, got your little message, Pat. Where did I leave the car? This darks always comes at the Isn't this where we were last night? Yeah, it is.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
What if the lamp ages match? Okay, back on the road. Okay.
So the stories in our games as a metaphor of making video games. I mean, obviously, in these past 25 years, a considerable amount of my life has gone into making video games and thinking about video games and struggling with the process of making video games. So it's not a surprise that these elements sneak in. Alan Wake in particular is a lot about the process of writing a story and struggling with writing a story. I mean, obviously we see glimpses of him struggling with it and thinking about it. So it's one of the reasons why this game is so close to my heart. Because as a writer and thinking about these things and then being able to use them as elements in the story felt exciting and felt interesting to me as a writer.
Why am I going? Because of a page.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Mott is kidnapper. Back out. I need to take the car again. I would have liked it to be like this driving. Oh, okay. Very close.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
In 1970, a volcanic eruption built Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity and all final stop. Now many of the remains are protected as a landmark. Okay. See him now. Oh, a thermo. I still don't. They leave them. Right. All attic.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Shoot me up.
Wait,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
He's
Hello?
so rude.
Hello! I'm gonna kill him.
What am I supposed
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
to go out? Why can't I? Whoa. What happened?
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Excuse me, where am I supposed? They gave me back my gun and eyes and the radio. Way out. Okay.
Now in this commentary I talk a lot about my own perspective and how I see these things, but it's always important to mention that making video games is very much a team effort. There are a lot of brilliant, talented people working at Remedy and we're working on Alan Wake, and there are a lot of inputs. You know, as a writer, you have a story in mind and you refined it to a certain point. But then you have a lot of people bringing interesting, cool, surprising ideas to the table. And then it's a challenge to kind of pick and choose, take those in, and let them change it for the better.
Hey. Oh, gun. Oh, I think I remember this part. There's gonna be a lot of people. Let's just... Run. Hey, reload. At least there are also a lot of cars around that I can sneak behind. Or they throw their axes. Where am I supposed to go? Ah, inside this pillar. They're ambushing me. It's oh. climb this ladder. They're gonna come out of here, aren't they? Okay. Okay. Ooh. Come here. Way out. And we can't. Oh, okay.
What the hell?
Oh my god. Down. Do I remember this part? It was quite hard.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
One part, I guess, and then there are also a lot of, well, as you Ooh. I can run them over and they die like that. Okay, they do. Okay, maybe this part wasn't that hard either. That hard to do, actually. Far up. Come here. Thought there was something. Okay. Back right. I guess we need to find a way to turn off. Yes, that's why I went over there, but why did I not find? There. Get rid of, like, off. Up. Uh-huh. Didn't search enough the first. Now more Taken are going to drive. Or not. Making things. Oh. I think I trashed the car. Oh. No, I dodged. Okay, let's try not to trash the car this time. Be able to drive it all the way to the other side. Okay. Are they going to follow me? I don't think. Good. Upset. Guys. Oh. Okay. Oof. Wasn't that bad. Who is it? Okay. Oh. I thought it would be much harder to find place. Just no hard. But it wasn't that expected. Ah, coffee thermos and the manuscript page. Follow.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good. When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Aww.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
That's why it's not coming out to grab us. Whoa. That was a big jump. Oh! Fell on my head. About to.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard Power Company equipment.
Yes, I agree. That way, there were some. Okay, there. Easy. Oh, what? Oh, this is why I took damage. Sorry. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Not okay, there's more. Oh. I don't know why I'm making my life harder when I have so many bullets for my trusty shotgun. Reload every. Why regenerate life? Right. I do. Hi, Paige.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Whoa. Fell down, Nightingale. Oh, I hear some like me. here? Oh, there's a chest. Okay. Oh. Was a trap. Okay. Either I'm getting better or the game is getting Oh, there's a thermos up there. I saw it. Helen. Okay. Give me my thermo. Oh, oh, oh! Fall. Okay, I'm stupid. There was a staircase. That's where. Light. And some supplies.
For Alan Wake's story,
I had no real plan.
a lot of the
I was going to give the
backstory
kidnapper
we
all the
discover
manuscript
along the
pages I
way
had for Alice.
comes
If that wasn't
from
enough, I'd hold him at
60s,
gunpoint and make him talk.
70s, and even 80s. Now, I was born in 1970, and so kind of when I think about elements of Finnish countryside and cabin life during summers, it has this golden sheen on it that you often have, you know, when you are growing up, and when I think about the backstory of the 70s with the birdleg cabin, these are the kind of feelings and images that I think about.
I was like, why are they dying so fast? It was my shotgun. I thought I was still on the revolver. Oh. Where are they? Oh! Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, good. Have one flare left. Oh, there's another light over there. Come on, Alan. You can do it. Oh my god. Good that we have another flare left. Okay. And okay. Since we just reached the checkpoint,
The
I
dark
guess I
presence
will.
was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Since we I think it's a logical place for me to stop because I need to get off. And I guess that would be. Tomorrow I will continue with the rest of this episode, and then maybe if time will. But for today, unfortunately, I can't now. So yeah, it will be in 2 parts. As always, tomorrow as well we're also awake, and so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.